Did you test it to make sure?
I did test it.
Okay.
And welcome back to another episode of Imperfectly Us.
I'm Kathy.
I'm Jason.
And we are definitely imperfect. But
what is this podcast even about?
Are you talking about like today or in general?
In general.
We talk a little bit about parenting, or at least our adventures in parenting. We are by no means parenting experts, and our little one definitely keeps us on our toes. We talk about like healthy living and exercise, and like our journey, our weight loss journey, because together we've lost over like what 85, 90 pounds.
Give or take.
And then so we talk about that and our adventures in that. We'll call it adventures. That like keeps it like positive, right? Our adventures and healthy living. And then I think every once in a while we talk about marriage. Although if we are not experts in the other two things, we are definitely not experts when it comes to marriage. It's should we use the term adventure in that
journey?
One? A journey in marriage.
Journey.
So yeah, I think we normally center around those three things, right?
Yeah.
Health,
I just saw
parenting, and marriage.
I just saw Casper's underbelly, and it's soaking wet and full of mud.
Yeah, Casper's our dog, in case you're just joining us for the first time. And he's a little ball of white fluff. He's like, what, 11 pounds?
Right now it kind of looks like an Oreo.
Yeah, we attempted to hang the pool. We took the pool down because obviously it's coming up in October in Michigan, and clearly that is not pool weather. Although it's going to be like in the 80s again a couple days this week because it's Michigan. It's also going to be 55 one day, like a high of 55.
It's Friday.
So this week should be fun with the headaches. But we attempted to hang the pool like over Izzy's play structure, so that
I was buried underneath it,
and you were buried underneath it. And Casper was just going crazy and exploring the yard. But it's supposed to. It rained yesterday, and it's supposed to continue raining today. And we wanted like it not to like the rain not to collect in it. So I don't know if this will work, but we tried it.
Won't collect.
It won't collect. We're also like lazy people hoping that it will like wash some of the dirt that's on it off.
We're conservationists.
So we're conserving water by
using natural
yes.
water.
Casper is very jingly. And you know what? We have a special friend right here. Izzy. We can make it an Izzy cast. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
What do you want to tell everyone?
I just want to join in.
You just wanted to join in? Do you have anything to say?
No.
How is first grade going?
Good.
Good. What are you loving about first grade?
Math mountains.
Math mountains?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you must get that from your aunt.
And and trains.
Chains?
No, the math.
Train.
The math trains.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're loving math right now.
Yeah.
Good. That way when you get older, you can do all of Mommy and Daddy's budgeting and financing, because Mommy's an English teacher, not a math teacher. Math is I get math, but it's not my favorite. So, math. Are you like, what about reading? Mommy, your
Yes.
English teacher, Mommy, needs to hear a little bit about reading and writing.
My writing is good.
Yes.
And my reading is good too.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how's soccer going?
Awesome.
Tell us about that.
I did a tummy one. A tummy.
You bounced the ball off your tummy?
Yep. And I scored. I did a hat trick.
What's that mean?
That means I scored 2 goals.
No, not 2. 2's not a hat trick.
No, I mean 3.
3. Maybe we need to practice more of those math trains a little bit.
I forget.
You forgot. Yeah, you scored 3 goals in your game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty exciting.
I also bring snack.
Yep, and we also brought snack. It was a pretty good snack, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we were happy with it? Okay, good. I'm glad. Parenting win. We brought snack. and it went well.
Gummy bears, too.
Yes.
Because you are...
Gummy bears.
Because what's your name of your team?
Gummy bears.
Yeah. Although I did hear one of the girls say, I'm not eating these gummy bears. That'd be like eating myself. And I was like, I guess I didn't think about it. Like, I just thought they'd be like, oh, fun.
7 to 8-year-old.
Yeah.
To think about that. So
that was amusing, we'll say. I wanted to be
that
like...
That sounds like Elena.
I wanted to be like, well, can I have your gummy bears? Because I'll eat your gummy bears. No, I don't know who it was.
That sounds like something she would say.
I don't know it's Gabby.
So that's right up there with when we played the last season, remember when we did the kids versus parent soccer game, and one of the girls was like, I didn't know parents could run. And I'm like, well, yeah, we can. We just can't run as fast and as long as you guys.
That's the one you shoved to the ground, right?
The youngest, the old people cannot run so fast. The young people can.
You want to go outside and race right now?
Yes.
Because I think Daddy might beat you.
Yes.
All right, well, we might have to have that challenge. We'll go Facebook Live when you guys do that challenge. You silly sillies. She's a pretty fast runner, though.
I have one, leg stride over her.
Yeah, that's true. Daddy's much taller, so his legs are longer. So, anything else you want to talk about?
I'll give you a head start, and I'll still whoop you.
You know that chance, no pulling shirts or pants.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you wanna tell everybody or talk about? Because we're gonna start talking about the 5K and
I did a 5K.
No,
you did not do a 5K.
I did it.
You did a fun run, but we already talked about that.
You did
remember?
like a .25.
Yeah.
I got in 5th place.
Do you want to do that again sometime? Yeah, I think Gigi wants to do a mile fun run with you sometime too. That'd be fun.
I think I'm going to get before G.
You think you're gonna beat G? I think so too. Don't tell her. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Why don't you go back to playing? Okay. Mommy and Daddy are gonna. He's just laying and relaxing. Okay. Off you go.
Is going to be Captain America.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about Halloween costumes real quick?
Yeah.
All right. What's your Halloween costume?
Iron Man.
Okay. And then, yep, Casper has a Captain America costume. And who's Mommy?
Black Widow.
And who's Daddy?
Thor.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sore.
Thor.
Oh, Thor!
Hey, be nice. She's missing her 2 front teeth. That was really good talking, especially missing your 2 front teeth. Yeah, so we're going to be the Avenger. So stay tuned. We'll post pictures of that when we actually finally all get in costume for the first Halloween event. We have a couple different Halloween things we'll do.
Jason, get something.
Excuse me? Who?
Jason.
Who's Jason?
My dad.
Oh, so Daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's put some stuff. It comes with the gloves, and he put, lights in my gloves.
Yeah, Daddy added to your costume to make it even better. And then Daddy's actually made some of Mommy's costume, too. He's our cosplayer.
Yeah.
That he
I'm having fun.
I know.
I'm having fun creating this stuff.
Yes.
And he is making the Thor hammer.
And he's going to attempt to make
Stormbreaker, not the hammer.
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. It's the axe and the hammer combined.
So, all right. Well, we love you. Go play. We're gonna go talk. We're gonna talk about some exercise stuff. So.
I want to kiss my doggy.
Okay, go.
Okay, kiss your doggy.
Go
and
play
then
your game in your room. Or you can.
Now's your time because then it's got to get put away.
What?
Go play.
Here,
Enjoy
right.
it.
I'm trying.
Here, go play Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Okay, so funny little note about Mario Kart though, because you cracked me up the other day. So the day Mario Kart
Be gone, child.
released, what day was it?
Monday or Tuesday?
Okay, so whatever day it was, I come home and you're like, hey, Mario Kart release. And I'm like, oh my God. I am a high school teacher. Like, do you know how many times I've already dealt with Mario Kart
You've
today?
already yelled at kids for it.
I'm like, I've already been through this 65 times today. And so I actually got to the point last week where I was like, okay, like, right now, if you'd like to listen to music on your phone while you silently read, or if you'd like to use your phone to work on no red ink for grammar, you're more than welcome to do that. But it's not Mario Kart time. Like, that became, like, part of my little thing. But it was just so funny because you were, like, so excited to, like, tell me this. And I was like, seriously, dude? Like, what do you think my day has been spent battling?
I was excited because I couldn't fall back to sleep at 1:30, and I was scrolling Facebook, and Daily Mail posted, Mario Kart is now live. And I was like, oh snap, went over to the Play Store, downloaded it immediately.
Yes. But you told me about it.
That afternoon.
Yeah, so
when I saw you.
About it that morning.
When I saw you.
Okay. So, anyway, I was amused by that. So, have you been playing Mario Kart nonstop?
Not nonstop.
Okay.
A healthy amount.
A healthy amount. Is that what you did Friday when Izzy and I were away at our girls' night?
No, I play football.
Oh, okay. Play Madden. You took a break from Mario Kart to play Madden.
And then I watched Island on Netflix,
Okay.
which I still no idea how I feel about it.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So it's a conversation you're going to have with somebody else.
Yeah. I couldn't even have a conversation because I don't know how I feel about it.
Fair enough. So anyway, back to
life, back to reality.
Oh, no, keep going. I was going to wait for you.
I don't know the next verse.
Oh, okay. So we ran a 5K last Sunday.
Yeah. We ran it.
We ran some of it. So we did the Berksey Way, which was a really cool experience. Like, it is a huge event. They have a half marathon, a 10K, and a 5K. And they, release the runners, in stages and everything, and like that, waves. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'm not technical with this whole running thing. I'm lucky if I just don't die. But it was really cool to see. And, but holy hill.
Yeah, we needed a ski lift to get up these hills.
There were so many hills. So many. And it felt like they were all uphill. There are a couple downhill ones, but it was like you couldn't even enjoy the downhill running because you literally would be running down a hill and then a huge-ass hill would be, laid out in front of you that you had to run up. And you're like, fudge.
Yeah,
I can't even enjoy this. And be like, all right, I'm going to use this momentum, because then you started to climb up a hill. And it wasn't like a hill. It was like a freaking mountain. Let's be honest. They weren't hills. They were mountains.
And we drive them. We do. We drove a couple of them.
Yeah.
And you don't even realize the steepness of these hills when you're driving.
Because partially it's because they're so long. You know what I mean? Like, that one hill on the course, you thought you were to the top of it, and then it, turned slightly to the left, and then it was, a whole additional hill.
Was this the one after the mansion?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was insane. So, but we survived it, and we got our September 5K done. We're still picking out our October one, because we really want to do, a fun Halloween one, but it's we still have soccer on Saturday mornings for, the first 3 weeks of October.
Yeah, I want to rock my Thor costume while running.
Yeah, I still think maybe we should try to swing doing that one. It's just going to make for a really long day. But maybe we won't plan anything for that Sunday.
The Monster Dash?
Yeah.
They can't see that one.
Well, I know, but you know what I'm talking about.
Since Brooksy Way, there's been a postcard of the Monster Dash on our coffee table. So it's been sitting in the same spot for over a week.
No, a week. Brooksy Way was a week ago today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, a week, exactly.
Yes, it's been there for a week. But it looks like a really fun one. And there are some really cool...
1K.
Yeah, I know. But look, there's even a coupon code. There's some really fun ones, in the fall time. It's just hard with soccer. Our friends, so shout out to Mallory and Krista, because they completed their first 5K yesterday, and it looked like such a cool one. It was at a cider mill, and I love their medals were really cool. And then Mallory posted a picture, or Snapchatted a picture of the hoodie that she got. It's really sweet.
Yeah, I want to do one with the hoodies.
And so I was super jealous. It looked awesome, but I know it was a rough run because it was really hilly and it was at a cider mill and it had been raining.
Yeah.
So it was muddy. So way to go to them for finishing their first 5K, especially one that was not super ideal in terms of weather and the external elements.
Yeah, because we would be miserable.
So, I did go out.
We've done several, and we would be miserable.
Well, and
we'd be worried about our shoes that are not cheap.
Right. I did go out running yesterday though, but I wasn't on dirt the whole time. Yeah. So,
cement and pebbles.
But we're also weird because running this
reasons.
summer has been miserable. I like, I actually enjoyed, I was hoping it was going to start raining a little bit while I was out running, and I, like, kept waiting for it, and it didn't, partially because, once again, I was not running on dirt. Like, I was on the sidewalk. That one wood bridge was a little slick. I had to be careful, step lightly when I was going there.
You just walked over it.
It was during my running time.
During your running, you could have walked it.
I know. I'm still following the Couch to 5K because I am still very much battling the mental aspects of running.
That's all running is mental.
I know, but like, and then I'm pretending that, like, physically, but really it's not the physical. Like, yeah, my legs might be hurting or something like that, but, like, my breathing has gotten so much better. Like, I don't even bring my inhaler now to runs or to, like, when I go out running at home. But I'm still really fighting that mental game, and because we really don't like running in the warm weather.
No, it sucks.
And then it's also been difficult, like, readjusting to being back in school, and because it's such a mental game, like, getting out the door to go do it. And so I at least got myself out the door. But I'm hoping that maybe running will start to become a little bit more, I don't want to say easy for us, but common for us, because we're starting to get into the cooler weather. And so yesterday, like, I was loving...
You just waved to.
No, there was a fly.
Oh.
I was loving the temperature, and I actually was kind of, like, hoping it was going to, like, start misting a little bit, although Casper might have felt differently, because Casper came running with me.
I think you were looking for anything to change the routine a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a little change of scenery.
Yeah. And I did...
Or experience. Change of experience.
The run I used to do is not the run I've done the last 2 times I've gone out. Because the last 2 times I've gone out, I've taken Casper with me. And so rather than going, like, through the neighborhood and onto that back road, because not this most recent time, but the time before that, I went before the sun had fully come up. And so I didn't want to, like, be out on, like, the dirt back road when, the visibility is not as good as later in the day.
That route that you take now is the one that I first started taking.
Yeah.
To change up the scenery. Mm-hmm. It is a fun run.
Well, and it's nice too, because you get onto you start, like, on the side of the road, and then sidewalks all the way, and then you literally cross over the main road, and then you're back on a trail for a little ways. And so, like, that's really nice running. And actually 2 times ago, Casper and I actually saw a deer, like, jumping into the woods. Yeah, I think he totally missed it, but I saw it. That was also the time Casper pooped twice while we were out on the run, and I had to stop both times and, like...
Put a leaf over it?
No, I picked it up. Because that's what you should do when you're a dog owner. You should pick up your dog's poop, right? You're the same guy who yells at the lady who lets her dog poop in our front yard. And
she walked 20 yards into our front yard, let the dog poop, and then walked away.
Yes. She's also the one that, like, pretended to pick it up that one day. Remember? Like, she walked over to it, bent over, and looked at it. Like, I don't know.
She wanted to see if the dog ate corn.
Like, was she just, like, she wanted to be proud of her dog's feces?
Oh, that's a good poo-poo.
But that, because we were like...
Casper was like, me?
Because we were like, oh, okay, she's cleaning it up. Because she went over and bent over it for a period of time. Because I think she knew we were watching her in the window.
Yeah, it was like dusk.
Because we, like, put the blinds up and we're like, And then we went out there later, and there was poop sitting there.
It was the next day I went out there for something. Casper ran out there.
Yeah.
And he peed on it, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
This is that poop.
Yeah, so she pretended to pick it up. So we are very good about being diligent dog owners. And so...
I just figured if it was...
But I only had one bag with me that time, so I literally had to, like, open the bag back up, and pick up the poop, and then retie it, and then I tie it to, like, his leash so I don't have to, like, hold it. But it was...
You tied around his neck?
No, not around his neck. I didn't say his collar, I said his leash. But, oh, God, it was so gross.
Yeah, but if it's on the trail, I mean...
Yeah, but it's still in the middle of the trail.
Oh, like, if it was in the middle of it? I figured it was out to the side.
One of them was... Both of them, actually... No, one was on the sidewalk, and then one was on the trail, and then...
Today, poop on the grass.
Yesterday, but when I took him running yesterday, I'm happy to report, and I gave him, like, a lecture before we left. I am I'm taking one bag again. You need to only poop one time while we are, like, it'd be great if you didn't poop at all while we were out for the run, but I understand, like, because I kind of feel like I gotta poop too after I run, and sometimes while I'm running, I don't, obviously, I hold it in, but he did it on the trail again, but once again, like, right in the middle of the trail, so he was a good little partner in my running, though. But anytime I get my running shoes out now, he, like, stops and looks at me, and he'll follow me around.
It's like they was just like the socks yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, you're putting on socks. Where are you going?
Take me with you. So, I don't know. But yeah, I need to get more consistent in my running.
Yeah, you said the other day that you need to run further because you run.
And I do also need to run further.
2.3 or 2.5. And 5K is
It's
3.1, so you're building up stamina enough for 2.5.
Right, and so I need to extend my
If
running.
that, because you're walking.
But really, what I need to do is I just need to I need to get out running more. So that's my goal. Like, we've done really good. So the last time we recorded the episode, you decided to challenge yourself to 30 days of Fit On.
Yes.
Right? And we've been doing really, really good with that. So my challenge to myself, which... I know I supported you with your 30 days.
This one's not happening.
But my challenge to myself is I am going to at least... I want to be realistic, though. So right now, I want to say I'm going to shoot for running at least twice a week. I feel like that's a realistic goal.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot for more than that, but my challenge I'm going to make to myself is at least twice a week.
I mean, so that's Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, but I don't normally run back to back. So that's my goal would be like...
Either do I. I usually run forward, not back to back.
Is that a dad joke? That's when we need like a sound effect for a wah, 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 dad joke. My goal is to go running tomorrow. And then, like I said, I'm going to shoot for more than twice a week. But my... I want to be realistic, too. Because we are also still in the process of doing our 30 days of Fit On.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit. What are you thinking about that? I can do a burpee now. I didn't used to be able to do that.
An up-down? That's all it is, an up-down. Some of the videos, the instructors and the intensity doesn't match up.
What do you mean?
Like, it says it's harder, or it says it's easier than what it should be. And we're sweating bullets at the end of it.
Yeah. Well, I think that there have been some, though, that, like... Because it's tough, too, because sometimes they say that they're easy, and then some of the moves that they expect you to do are really, really difficult.
Not for beginners.
So, but I am loving the variety.
Yeah.
Like, that has been really cool. And you know, like last week, so we ran a 5K on Sunday. Well, clearly we weren't going to do, like, a HIIT workout or anything too intense on Sunday, so we just did, like, a stretching one. And that one was really nice, and it was, like, very relaxing and calming. And then, of course, Monday we woke up and we were a little bit sore, and so we did we could have done, like, a stretch. We did either a stretching or Pilates one. But I've liked, like...
Pilates on Monday. Stretching on...
We have definitely discovered we can't do the dance ones.
It just feels goofy, too.
Well, I know you feel goofy. I don't have enough rhythm. Like,
You used to do Zumba. We used to have the Zumba for the Wii. And
I used to do Zumba, but it's not that I did Zumba well.
You're all right.
And these moves, I think, are a lot more difficult. But the bar one, I think, is the one that surprised me the most, because it's not like
I didn't know what bar was going into it, so
it's not super intense. It's not like it's a HIIT one where it's like the intensity is crazy and it's like high impact and stuff. Like, it's very low impact, but my abs and my hips were so sore for like 3 days after that. Like, that one I feel like has been one of the best workouts in terms of like my ab workouts. So
yeah, that was a good one.
And it's been nice too, because we've been able to like pick like, oh, my arms are really sore today. Let's focus on doing one that's like, abs or
when they give you
or whatever.
So when you sign up, it gives you the Like, how many times do you want to work out a week?
Yeah.
So, when you pick 4, it gives you 4 recommended workouts for that week.
And those normally have a pretty good variety in terms of, like, types of workout, but also, like, body parts. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, they're not all going to be arm workouts. They're going to be, one might be an arm workout, one might be a booty workout. I just wanted to say booty. And then, you know, one might be a full body, and then whatever.
But then, if you don't like any of those, you could just go browse.
Yeah, you can just search whatever. And that's what we did when we looked for, like, because all of the ones that we had picked, because I don't think they normally give you stretching ones as part of that.
I had a stretching one.
Oh, did you once? I haven't had that. And so I felt like they didn't, like, if you don't like the ones that you have, you can always go browse for one, and that's what we did with the stretching one, because it was like, we knew we wanted something that was very low-key. But we didn't want to not do our 30 days of fit on.
Yeah.
So I do have to make a admission, though, that I did miss one day.
I missed one day.
So, and on the day that you missed, I still did it. And then on the day that I missed, you still did it.
I missed... Alright, we might as well just go into this.
Okay.
I missed because I lifted a lot of weight on Tuesday at work. Like 20,000 pounds worth. So I was not in the mood.
Yeah. So I still did it that day. I don't have a good excuse.
You were...
The day that I missed doing it, I was out drinking with friends.
Oh, it was on Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. So, sorry, not sorry. It's tough because I felt really, really guilty, but I got home and I recognized, like, I could do a quick workout or I could go to bed. And going to bed is going to be better for me, like, health-wise, I think, in that moment anyway.
Than faking a 10-minute workout.
Than faking a 10... Because it wouldn't have been, like, if anything, it would not have been my best effort anyway. And to be honest with you, going out with the friends was exactly what I needed in terms of, like, my mental and emotional health. So I didn't work out that day, but I think I'm okay with it. So
and that's what it needs to be.
And I think that that's the important thing just in general in regards to, like, this healthy living lifestyle and the eating and everything like that, is that you can't be so rigid in your living that, like, and this is where I think we've really fallen down before, is like when we approached it with the whole, like, we've got to stick to this 100%, and then we have had a day where we ate something poor or whatever, then we're like, oh, well, screw it, we already ruined today, so we might as well, like, who cares what we eat for the rest of the day? Oh, look, we had a bad Saturday. Well, who cares what we eat for the rest of the weekend? And it
even that day.
Yeah. It very quickly, like, snowballed into, from one not so great choice into a stream of not so great choices. And so that's been the big change, I think, for me mentally, as we've embraced WW and switching to that, is it's like, if I want a piece of pizza one day, fine. Like, and even if I'm not going to eat well for a meal, like, I can make the conscious decision then for the, you know, if we know that we're going to splurge for dinner, like, we make smarter choices if for breakfast and lunch, if we even have breakfast, because sometimes we're still fasting. And it doesn't have to be a like, where it just steamrolls into a bad choice after bad choice after bad choice. And so I think that that's been the thing too, like with the exercise. Like, I'm enjoying that we're forcing ourselves to do this 30 days of fit on. But I'm also embracing that I'm still committed to the 30 days of fit on, even though technically I did miss a day.
Yes.
And you know what? Maybe we're still doing 30 days of fit on in our house. But maybe one day I'll do 2, or maybe I'll go an extra day. So I still have done, 30 days of it. But I'm liking the commitment of sticking to it. So I'm hoping that also now verbally committing to running at least twice a week will help me with that.
I want to jump on your running train, but okay. I don't feel like I can commit to that because I do schoolwork, when I get home, and then like I just need to relax. I need to decompress from the day. Without having to think of like, okay, now I got to go run.
Well, maybe watching me do it this over the course of this next week or so will help inspire you.
Maybe.
You never know. You have
It's
to
also
also
it's
realize,
also hard
like,
for us to go running back to back.
Yes, because then, I mean, obviously we can't just leave Izzy home and, go by ourselves. Or go together. We have to go by ourselves. But I also think that, it's going to be a mental shift for you. Like, you have to come home and do your schoolwork. But you don't have to come home and play Madden or...
I'm sorry, but the Detroit Lions / London Monarchs need me.
That's the name of his team. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna require a mental shift on your part. And if you're not ready to make that mental shift right now, you're not going to be successful doing it. Because that's the other thing we've realized. Because there's been times in the past where, I've been the one that's been really hardcore about getting healthy, and you weren't on board. And because there are days where it's I want to be naughty. I've had a bad day, and you rein me back in, and vice versa. And so, and I tried to get you on board, a couple years ago when I was really embracing it, and not only could I not get you on board, but then I also very quickly kind of fell off too. And then there's been times where you've been really on board, and I haven't really been ready. And I think part of the reason why this time we've been successful is we have both been committed to getting healthier. And my weight's up right now, but that doesn't mean I'm not still healthier than I was a year ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? The last time I weighed what I weigh right now, I am still a healthier, stronger version of myself right now. So that's the other thing that I guess maybe kind of a little asterisk or whatever. It's you can't base everything off of the number on the scale, too.
Yeah, because you said your number is up on the scale, but your pants are fitting better.
Yeah.
You're down in a size or something like that.
Oh my God, I put on a pair of size 10 pants the other day, and they fit.
But your number's up. How does that match?
But my number's up. So it's one of those things that I think it's just important, and this is what I'm trying to really embrace with myself, is that you have to just do your best. And some days my best is eating a bagel and cream cheese, because that's what I need at that moment, and I need to not beat myself up, and as long as I don't let that continue into a stream of unhealthy decisions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Be insightful.
Me or
no, you? I was turning the microphone over to you.
I was trying to think about how to say something, but it's going to take me too long to figure out how to formulate the words.
Well, we have time.
No, it's okay.
I mean, we don't want dead air, but because I already
it's a podcast. I can edit it so there's no dead air.
Oh, that's true. I already recorded a Facebook Live video with my phone turned the wrong way, so I can't have two issues back to back.
This isn't live radio.
No, that's true. Casper looks so cozy. He's all curled up in a blanket.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in about 20 minutes.
Jealous. Yeah, yesterday was a hardcore grading session. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I graded for a couple of hours. And then you got up and we got the soccer snack together. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to suck it up and go for a run. And so I went for a run, and then we came back, and when I came back, funny guy, I had told you as I was running out the door to go on my run, pick a fit out exercise for us to do. Here I'm thinking, he's been complaining about being sore. He knows I'm going for a run. He's going to choose one that's low intensity. Oh, no. He chooses a full body HIIT workout.
I actually did a HIIT workout the night before or something like that, I think.
I don't remember.
It was a harder one.
And so I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you trying to kill me?
It wasn't that bad.
It was intense though.
We've done worse.
We have definitely done worse. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't too long. I think it was only like a 15-minute one.
I think that's why I picked it.
But I'm like, son of a gun. So then we both literally, you showered really quickly, I showered really quickly. We got Izzy into soccer stuff, and then we went to the soccer game. And then we went out to lunch with your sister and her girlfriend. And then we came home, and I immediately got back to grading. And I graded all day. And then I think I finally finished up a little bit after 8 o'clock last night.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of grading in a row. And so today I'm very much looking forward to... I have a lot of laundry to fold. But I'm also looking forward to, like, getting in my pajamas and staying in my pajamas. I know I have blue jeans on right now.
Why are you wearing jeans right now? Why'd you even go out in public in jeans?
Because they're a looser pair, and so I just grabbed them for breakfast and grocery shopping. Whatever. They're coming off soon. My sweatpants are going on. So, what else?
Where are we at?
Oh, you know what? I wasn't going to do a healthy hack initially, but I wanted to share something because I thought it was really our dinner last night was really, really good. And it was actually something that we used to have.
A little spicy.
Well, that's because somebody got a little carried away with adding some extra spice to it.
I didn't want to be hungry after.
It's not. The dinner itself is not supposed to be spicy. Like, there's nothing spicy about the actual pasta. You just added extra seasoning. And so I guess I'm gonna do a healthy hack anyway, even though I wasn't planning on it. He just karate chopped me, everybody. So the healthy hack that I wanted to share with you guys is it's from, so you know rice-a-roni? You know how they have the pastaroni?
You want them pasta?
It's the box of pastaroni, and we did the garlic and olive oil vermicelli. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yes.
Okay.
English teacher.
Well, you're my Italian man, so I still haven't figured out how to pronounce, what's the one that I always, gnocchi?
Hey!
Is that how you pronounce it?
Gnocchi.
Okay, well, whatever.
At least you don't call it a ganache.
I did not call it a ganache, so that's at least good. But so it's a box, it's like a blue box, and then the label on it's purple, and I'll post a picture of it to our Instagram page as well as like the actual meal. But so this box of garlic and olive oil vermicelli, we used to do this all the time, and we would add like chicken to it, and then we would do like red peppers and onions. And now, mind you, I'm pretty sure when we used to make it, I think we used to make 2 boxes.
Yeah, we used 2 boxes.
So we would make 2 boxes of it, and we would normally have a little bit left over. And the rest, like the box directions, call for like water and butter. And so we got a box of it, and if you prepare it, so like just the dry package, because that's the other thing you always have to pay attention to is like for something like this, like there's the what the nutrition facts are for like dry, so like not it prepared with the butter and everything, but so if you scan it, so I scanned it with my WW app, and the box, like half of the box dry is 7 points, the whole box is 12 points. And so when you made it last night, you used the amount of water that they wanted, which actually we think now maybe probably cut back a little bit on the water because it was a little bit watery.
I think when I pulled it out and put it in the pan and cooked it all together, it thickened it up a little bit.
Yeah, it did. But so what we did is we just didn't, like, rather than putting in the butter that it called for, you put in a couple of sprays of, I can't believe it's not butter, right?
Yep.
And so a couple of sprays is 0 points, rather than putting in, like, I think it called for like 2 tablespoons.
Which we don't use butter.
Yeah,
because we're going to use our points somewhere else.
Yeah, I'd rather have
25 chips or something like that.
Yeah, something other than like, so we don't ever use butter, but we had gotten this spray butter because a couple spritz is 0 points. And so you did a couple of spritz rather than the 2 tablespoons. And so that kept it at 0 points, and then obviously water is nothing. And so then you're really just looking at the nutrition facts for it, like the, as packaged, not as prepared. And so then you sauteed up some red pepper and some onion, and then we did it with shrimp.
Oh, the shrimp was good.
You added, would you add cayenne?
Yeah.
So you added cayenne pepper, so to kind of...
A lot of cayenne.
He was a little heavy-handed with the cayenne pepper. But it was...
Like I said, I didn't want to be hungry after.
Right. So I bring it up, though, because I think it's easy to get into the whole, like, oh, I can't have that. Oh, I'm eating healthy, I can't have that. So last night we literally had a meal that we had pre-weight loss. The difference is that we ate an appropriate portion.
Yep.
Rather than making 2 boxes, we made 1, and I was full afterward.
Me too.
And you were full afterward. And we just, rather than using the butter it called for, did like a couple of spritz of the, I can't believe it's not butter. And so our bowl of pasta, and I'll post a picture of that with the picture of the box on the Instagram page, it was a 6-point dinner. Or I'm sorry, a 7-point dinner. But literally, if you were really ravenous, you could have ate the whole thing for 12 points. And that's just really remarkable to me, because you would think, like, if this was a dinner we used to love
with no
having.
butter, with the spritzer butter.
Yeah, and so that I just kind of wanted to mention it because I think it's important to this is something we loved eating, and we hadn't even looked at since then because we just assumed we couldn't have it. And like, yes, is there sodium? Yes, there is sodium. Yes, I know that sodium's not great for you, but you know what else is not great for me? Being 55 pounds heavier than I currently am. You know what I mean? Like, and so it was a really good dinner last night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was from a box of pastaroni. Who would have thought we could have that? And I think that's one of the reasons why.
Were we just walking down the aisle and you're like, I'm going to check this real quick?
No, I had saw somebody post something about one of the boxes of pastaroni on, like, I'm on a bunch of different like WW groups on Facebook. And so somebody posted on there and it reminded me like, oh yeah, we used to get that one pastaroni all the time. And so I scanned it and I was pleasantly surprised when we were at the grocery store. So I bought a box. I actually meant to buy another box just to have it in there as like a backup. Because we did it with the red pepper and onion and then the shrimp because that's how we've always done it. But like, it'd be great if you could throw some broccoli in it, or you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things you could add to it. You could add mushrooms to it to kind of beef it up to make it more substantial. But yeah, we were able to have a meal that
we had when we were
much heavier.
Minus half.
And then we just actually maintained appropriate portions, and we cooked it, without the butter. We added a couple of spritz of butter rather than, pats of butter. I
probably went more butter too when we were cooking it.
Like initially,
yeah,
back in the day, yeah. So I brought it up because, like, my mom says to me all the time, like, oh, can you have that? And it's like, no, Mom, I can have anything. That's like, this is why this plan works. But like, literally, here was a meal that we loved, and we had it last night. We just had it with some adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very happy last night with last night's dinner. And sometimes we use the weekend to kind of splurge and like go out to eat and stuff like that. But because we had gone out to lunch, we wanted to make sure that we had more control and cooked things, and then also financially made smart choices. And so it was a really good dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, minus maybe pull back of the cayenne a little bit, but even that wasn't that it was spicy. So I was happy I had my glass of water with me, but it wasn't anything outrageous. But it was delicious.
Mm-hmm. So
I will, like I said, I will post a picture of the box and of our prepared meal. But it's there are possibilities out there, and it was an easy meal. So. But anyway, I just wanted to share that.
Okay.
That's all I had.
All right.
So we'll update you next time on my running challenge to myself. Fingers crossed. And
I may or may not jump in.
We'll see. We'll update you on Jason's progress as well. And we're going to continue the 30 Days of Fit On. Thanks to those of you that have, like your sister Alex, has been joining us with the 30 Days of Fit On, and that's been awesome. But we are wrapping up this episode. Izzy came back in to say goodbye, so say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
And thanks for listening to another episode of Imperfectly Us. I'm Kathy.
Jason.
Izzy.
Subscribe, like, and share. We'll talk to you soon.